Welcome, welcome to WEFM's Midday News, sponsored by Court St. Vincent Limited.
Customer Appreciation Days continue at Quartz Optical. Join us from Monday 24th to Friday 28th July for BOGO. Buy one, get one free. That's right, buy one pair and get a second pair of glasses absolutely free. It's a celebration. Shop with no cash and ask about our flexible credit terms from 3 to 24 months. These are our Customer Appreciation Days. Buy one, get one free. Free eye exams and free gifts with selected purchases. And it's only at Quartz Optical. Don't miss it. This is a limited time offer. Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News. I am your presenter, Jessica Klein. First on the local scene. United Nations Development Programme Resident Representative Limia El-Teb presented her credentials to Acting Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel earlier today at Cabinet Room. According to the Agency for Public Information, API, El-Teb will be working on various UNDP-related projects here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the next 4 to 5 years. These projects include water management and biodiversity, creation of a digital platform for the RSVGP police force, as well as other projects related to climate change. Acting Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel welcomed El-Teb, saying that the government of SVG is delighted to work with the UNDP representative. The United Nations Development Programme is the United Nations lead agency on the international development. UNDP works in 170 countries and territories to eradicate poverty and reduce inequality. Prime Minister to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, has led a historic appeal for reparatory justice in the Caribbean and Latin America. Reparations for native genocide and the enslavement of African bodies, which were placed on the table by the Vincentian Prime Minister and CELAC President, was acknowledged in number 10 of the final declaration of the EU-CELAC Summit. According to the Agency for Public Information, API, 27 European Union member states have acknowledged that slavery was a crime against humanity and underline our full support to the related principles and elements contained in the Durban Declaration and Programme of Action. The declaration read, "We acknowledge and profoundly regret the untold suffering inflicted on millions of men, women, and children as a result of the transatlantic slave trade. We, including the acknowledgement that slavery and the slave trade, including the transatlantic slave trade," the declaration read. Still on the local scene, 32-year-old Caswell Smart walked out of the High Court number 2 on July 21st, 2023 at Freeman after spending 6 years behind bars for the conviction of manslaughter. The Maho, Camden Park resident was released from custody this week when it was discovered that he had already spent more time on remand than his sentence that was being imposed. Smart was initially charged with the murder of Julius Murray, also of Maho, who died on March 28, 2017. He denied the charge of murder when he was taken before the court, but pleaded guilty on the lesser charge of manslaughter. A post-mortem on the deceased revealed that the cause of death was trauma to the neck with cervical spine fracture. In the region, on Monday, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres highlighted the need to address global hunger, promote cooperation between businesses and governments, and mitigate the damaging impact of continuing climate change on food production. During his address at the UN Food Systems Summit +2 stock-taking moment in Rome, Mr. Guterres said that in a world of plenty, it is outrageous that people continue to suffer and die from hunger. Global food systems are broken and billions of people are paying the price. Over 780 million people experience hunger, according to a UN estimate. Developing countries face additional challenges as limited resources and debt burdens prevent them from investing fully in food systems, which can produce nutritious food across the social spectrum. Unsustainable food production, packaging, and consumption are also contributing to the climate crisis, accounting for a third of all greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions, 70% of the world's freshwater usage, and driving biodiversity loss. Still on the regional scene, recent statistics in Guyana show that hundreds more Guyanese will be hired in 2023, all thanks to the continued efforts of the government to ensure that the locals are able to benefit from opportunities in the oil and gas sector. The country's local content secretariat stated that for 2022, 2,700 Guyanese were employed in the petroleum sector, with 1,500 comprising new hires. Among other accomplishments by the Secretariat in 2022, around $700 million was spent in the areas of procurement, employment, and capacity development, and moreover, 1,800 training programs were offered. On the business side, around 850 Guyanese companies and businesses registered with the Secretariat. With the technical area within the oil and gas sector booming with job prospects, the area is expected to have 323 new hires for 2023. This was according to the calculation obtained using data from the annual plan submissions of 25 major top tier 1 subcontractors operating in Guyana. On the international scene, an extreme heat wave has caused wildfires to encircle Palermo after temperatures in the Sicilian city peaked to 47 degrees Celsius on Monday. According to local authorities, the airport has been temporarily closed and part of the motorway, as more than 55 wildfires were reported on the island. Hundreds of firefighters from other regions in Italy were due to arrive to help battle the flames. An 88-year-old woman died in San Martino del Scale after disruption caused by fires prevented emergency services from reaching her in time. More than 120 families have been evacuated from their homes in Mondello, Capogallo, and Poggio Ridente since Monday as clouds of smoke advanced towards the city center. And in sports, former Sheffield Wednesday and Nottingham Forest midfielder Chris Bart Williams has died at the age of 49. An announcement by Sheffield Wednesday states that he died in the United States, where he was a coach and mentor. Bart Williams began his career in Leyton Orient and scored on his full debut for the club in a 4-0 win against Tranmere Rovers at the age of 16. He joined the Owls in 1991 and made more than 100 appearances for the club. Bart Williams moved to Forest in 1995 and made more than 200 outings for the City Ground side before stints at Charlton and Ipswich Town. Forest said they were deeply saddened, adding, "Our thoughts go out to Chris's family and friends at this truly difficult time." This has been WEFM's Midday News, sponsored by Court St. Vincent Limited. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. news, and we thank you for listening.
Customer Appreciation Days continue at Quartz Optical. Join us from Monday 24th to Friday 28th July for BOGO. Buy one, get one free. That's right, buy one pair and get a second pair of glasses absolutely free. It's a celebration. Shop with no cash and ask about our flexible credit terms from 3 to 24 months. These are our Customer Appreciation Days. Buy one, get one free. Free eye exams and free gifts with selected purchases. And it's only at Quartz Optical. Don't miss it. This is a limited time offer. Quartz Optical.